Hey everyone, welcome to FIRESIDE False Truths. I'm your host, Rachel Reenstra, and in this episode, I'm going to traverse to an observatory here in Los Angeles, inspired by the SUNSPOT Observatory situation in New Mexico. For those of you who don't know, SUNSPOT Observatory was shut down about 13 days ago, and it was closed for reasons that they did not want to say. A Black Hawk helicopter was spotted flying over the observatory. The entire town was evacuated. Now, when I say entire town, it really is only 14 people. So, post office was also shut down, which I guess if the town is evacuated, the post office should be shut down as well. I don't really see anything nefarious about the post office situation. However, the internet went crazy. It was like free ice cream for conspiracy theorists. Could it be aliens? Could it be two suns? Could it be the sun simulator? I mean, a Black Hawk helicopter flying over the observatory, as well as the FBI was called in. They would not even tell the sheriff what was happening. It took about a week of every conspiracy theory to actually get out there, including me, before I knew what their statement was. I was still in the heart of what's going on. By the way, I just sort of like holding the glass of wine and I'm swirling it. Here's a little factoid on the side. When they advertise alcohol on television, they're never allowed to drink the alcohol. So from this point on, when you see like beer commercials, you rarely see wine commercials because wine just doesn't need a commercial. It speaks for itself. So if you ever see a commercial for alcohol, they're not allowed to actually take a sip. They can do this. This is as much as they can do. They can go, and that's it. And then they'll go, cut! It's a really weird rule, but it does still exist. Back to SUNSPOT Observatory. Apparently, the place was shut down. The FBI came in and investigated and said it was a security issue. So they put up yellow tape all around the observatory. Like, that's going to help. I don't know what the yellow tape is for, because, you know, if aliens were spotted, the yellow tape's not going to stop them. Yellow tape's not really going to stop anybody if they're on a mission, right? The town was evacuated. The place was shut down. People did a little research, okay? And across the way from the observatory is apparently a military base. There was rumors that a Chinese spy that got information, which I kind of didn't believe right away, but I'm thinking more along those lines at this point, and I'll tell you why. Because from my investigation, not a Black Hawk helicopter, nor does the FBI get called in when there is suspected child porn, okay? And now here's something really interesting. You ready for this? I Googled janitors who've been caught with child porn, all right? Because this is the reason that they're giving us that the whole place was shut down. They're saying he was acting very strange. One of the police officers said that was reported that he had child porn like weeks before. So this is not like a new realization. That's not really what the FBI would come in for and shut down an entire place. Now, when I did investigation, I found out it's owned by a private company called Aura, A-U-R-A, and they own about 8 different observatories all over the world. And it's just like 2 billionaires, part of the 1%, I'm sure. And so it's not really even run by our government, which makes it even weirder. Okay, so this is what I found. It says, when a Winona school janitor has been charged with possessing child pornography. Well, do you think that a Black Hawk helicopter was called in and that the school was even shut down? The school full of children, by the way. Winona County Sheriff officials say deputies worked with local police and the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension to carry out the search warrant. Seems like they're really targeting janitors, okay? I'm just saying, there's a lot of janitors watching child porn. 56-year-old Schwanke, that's his name, not kidding, was arrested as part of an ongoing internet crimes against children investigation. Schwanke, can't make it up, appeared in court Wednesday on counts of child pornography. The Winona Senior High school janitor was released on a $5,000 bond. Seems like he was actually somehow prosecuted. But these janitors or anyone with child porn, it seems like if there's enough I guess, emergency situation to be shutting down an observatory for 14 days and have a Black Hawk helicopter come in and the FBI. Wouldn't he be apprehended? Because they have proof on the computer. Apparently the janitor was fanatically looking for, fanatically looking for the computer that he had downloaded information on. And then he said something about, won't be long before this place gets hit. They didn't know what that meant. So what, they panicked? That's when they called in the FBI. Now, there's many other janitors, by the way, when I look it up. If you just Google, and I'll put some links, but janitor busted for child porn. Let's see, this is another one. A White Plains high school janitor is behind bars Friday after being busted for child pornography. This guy is a 36-year-old. Okay, high school janitor. And then arraigned and released on, once again, $5,000 bail. But the janitor that was accused of child porn that shut down an entire observatory for 13 days has not been arrested. They did confiscate the computer and thumbnail, like all this stuff from his home. That was proven. They did confiscate a lot of things from this person's home. But was it child porn? Because he was never arrested. He wasn't even taken to jail, prosecuted, or even given the option to have bonds. It's just, that's why it was shut down, but the guy was not even prosecuted. Nothing. The FBI refuses to make an official statement, which is also interesting. And this is the last thing I want to share with you guys. What does the FBI get called in to investigate? Let's see. What does the FBI handle? Well, I promise you it's not going to say child porn, but let's see. Leading U.S. counterterrorism, counterintelligence, criminal investigative organization, FBI has jurisdiction over violations of more than 200 categories. Stopping terrorism, corruption, organized crime, cyber crime, and civil rights violations, major thefts or murders. Okay, so terrorism, corruption, like I said, espionage, drug trafficking, espionage, spying. None of this says porn, it just says cybercrime. Now, is it a crime for this janitor to have been doing what he was doing? The only statement they did make was they found pictures that were, and I quote, not good. Not good. Not good. Does that describe child porn? Not good? I would say evil. I would say wrong. I would say disgusting. He just said not good. And that's the quote, and that's the only quote they were given. The guy was never arrested. The place was shut down for 14 days. And according to reports of people who were there, they spent a lot of time on the roof of this observatory, checking out all the satellites and whatnot. What does that have to do with child porn? Checking out stuff on the roof for hours and hours and hours, okay? We know that this is a narrative that is, it's a joke. It's not true. I was hoping they would come out with something a little more creative, you know what I mean? No matter what you say, you cannot excuse a Black Hawk helicopter flying over the observatory. And apparently, at the same time, there was about 8 or 9 other observatories, not shut down, but the webcams were closed. What does that have to do with child porn? Here's my theory. I truly think that there definitely was a reason for them to shut down the observatory and to confiscate computers, because I think that somebody was getting paid to get information and take pictures, satellite pictures, the pictures that they saw there. I mean, why would 2 billionaires own these observatories? For fun? Is it just fun? Let's open an observatory. They are so expensive to run. If you Google the 8 different observatories, they're beautiful. They're all over the world. What's the point? Is there something nefarious going on underground of these observatories? Well, all this stuff has come out recently, and I'm still flabbergasted at the fact that they can think that we're going to buy that it's this janitor looking up child porn, and yet no one questions it. People on YouTube are questioning, but nobody else does. That was it. It was like a blip. Done. People on YouTube are actually looking at the pictures that I guess some woman took of the sun around that time, looking like there was like a fleet of, I don't know, alien spacecraft or whatever close to the sun. I mean, look, I can't tell you what it is. I don't know. But I can say it smells so fishy. And the fact that this janitor has not even been prosecuted yet. So on this episode of Fireside False Truths, Rachel gets into her car and does a little investigating herself. Looks through a telescope only a day or two after the observatory was shut down. Check out what she sees. And by she, I mean me, because I'm her. I'm also the host of this show. It's confusing. Maybe I'm her clone. Enjoy. Probably you sheeple out there. I don't know if you know this, but SUNSPOT, New Mexico, the observatory was shut down 4 days ago, and the FBI came in and won't say why they evacuated the entire place. But some people think it's something they saw in the sun, so I'm going to take a look. NASA spots 2 lunar transits in space. Apparently, the moon appears to go in one direction and then switches direction to cross the moon again. The moon does not, of course, actually change direction, because nothing is as it seems, right? But it appears to do so, from SDO's perspective, based on the fact that the spacecraft's orbit essentially catches up and passes the moon during the first transit. There's the moon. Oh, I left the burner on. I left something. I gotta go back. Because this moon does not have an atmosphere, when a lunar transit occurs, no light from the sun gets distorted, allowing for a distinct view of the moon's surface. Although it looks smooth from far away, the surface of the moon is rugged, sprinkled with craters, #alien ships, valleys and mountains, blah, blah, blah. So this is what NASA is saying, okay? Why would they shut down an observatory? Because the moon forgot it left the burner on. The sun is setting, and it is still so bright. I had to pull my car over. I can't see anything. You can't tell me that's normal sun right now. I had to pull out the Terminator shades, for God's sake. I don't normally wear these. But they're the only thing I can wear in this godforsaken solar flare. I don't know, we're being invaded by a galactic empire. What are the conspiracies now with the solar situation? I mean, the SUNSPOT, New Mexico, and the observatory shut down. Okay, look at the sun. I'm not joking. With these shades, I can see a lot more. It is not normal. I don't care what you say. I know what I see, I know what I feel, and okay, like right now, I'm pulling over because I can't see. With these shades, I can't even see. So all I'm saying is, what is the situation? And I'm still waiting for the sun to go down so I can drive. Is anyone else having that issue? Is it just because we're in LA that the sun is just this strong and this bright? And I don't know that we're ever going to get to the root of it. I'm telling you, the sun looks different. I'm not paranoid. It looks different. And there is a solar flare, right? Wasn't there a big solar flare storm or something? And so, of course, I'm going to go to the observatory here. The observatory in LA is not shut down, just so you know. But I'm going to go to the highest place that I know of, where there's a big telescope and I can look at the sun myself, see what's going on. Figured this whole thing out. So, look at this. You know, my face is like that because that's the sun. This is not normal. This is not normal. So I am going to go and I'm going to check this out. I'm going to look through a telescope myself. I'm going to look at that sun and see if I can notice any flares or any spaceships. Oh, I mean, we're used to it by now, right? We're used to being lied to. It's not anything that's even weird. I'm not like, oh, I can't believe they did this. It's just something that I guess we're all getting used to, and we just try to find our own answers. But ultimately, are we ever gonna know? Are we ever gonna really get to the bottom of it? I mean, I was curious, since the observatory was shut down and quite a few other webcams and observatories all over in Hawaii, Philadelphia were shut down at the same time. Why? What can't we see? What are we not supposed to be seeing? I can tell you can't see anything now looking at the sun, but so I was curious and I wondered if CERN, you know, maybe they're going to shut down CERN for a couple of days. Wouldn't that be weird? If just the coinkydink, perchance, that CERN might be shutting down their particle accelerators around the same time. And guess what? Yep, they are. They're shutting down. Shutting down for maintenance, I think. Maybe a rat got in there. I don't know. No, I really don't know why they're shutting down, but they are shutting down right now. CERN's shutting down, I think, for 5 or 6 days. From what I read from their website, they're shutting down for 2 years. So they can, accelerate their beams. They can get bigger. Look, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about particle accelerators, all right? But from what I read, they want stronger beams. They want to have those particles accelerate even more. So they're doing something for 2 years, and it's about to shut down. Very interesting. It's also very interesting that Trump has a branch of the military now called Space Force. Honestly, I feel like I'm living in this alternate reality where an ex-billionaire reality TV star, who I wouldn't even accept a drink from, not that he ever offered me one because he doesn't drink, but you know what I mean? Like, if I were to see him anywhere, he just gives me the creeps. Don't go all political on me. There's the Q, with the Q, and and he's there to save us. Trump's gonna save us. He's not one of them. He's only a billionaire who has hung out with the Clintons, but he's not one of them. He's gonna save us from all of it. You know what it is? It's whatever you think it is. That makes you feel better to believe that. Good. But all I know is I'm driving by a telescope right now. I might as well look, right? I might as well look. Come up with my own theory. I don't think it's the Chinese. They always go, the Russian hackers, the Chinese hackers. I don't think it's that. What I think is happening is there's something effed up about the sun, because I'm looking at the sun and it looks different. So, I don't have my solar theory figured out yet, guys. I'm not going to pretend to know anything. I'm not going to pretend to know. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, there's a galactic force attached to it, and do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Little darling, there's an entire galaxy of aliens, do-do-do-do. Or, little darling, there's 2 suns. Now I gotta write another song. Here comes the sun, and then here comes another sun, and I say, it's alright. You can have as many suns as you want. Alright guys, I'm here. I'm gonna check it out. Find out through the telescope here in Los Angeles, California, what they're hiding on this sun before it goes down. So I've come up here to the very top of Mulholland, Hollywood area, because I'm wondering if the observatory or the telescope is closed here. Because there's the sun, and I see a telescope. I'm going to find out how close Nibiru is. This is the daily Nibiru report of how close they are to an actual invasion. I'm going to put my 50 cents in this telescope. Maybe this one. Look how beautiful that view is, though. You see the beautiful view behind me? Yeah, how beautiful that is. So here's it's a handy telescope. I'm gonna point it at the sun. Oh, I think I'm looking in the wrong side of it. All right, I'm gonna find out right now how close Nibiru really is. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is not looking good, guys. Oh my God, this is not. These are all wearing the same outfit. I always wondered what Palladians look like. Better enjoy the next 24 hours because I think this is it. Okay, I just want to say what I saw when I looked at that telescope. It wasn't good. I don't know how much longer we have. It was bright. It was definitely bright. It was, looked almost like a circle, like a ball. It was really bright. Some brightness, and then there was, once again, I said there was almost like a circle. I said that, right? And other than that, the things I saw, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Now I understand why the FBI is quiet about it. When I was finished looking through the telescope, I actually shut it down. I jammed a coin into it. So in a sense, it's shut down because it's not usable anymore. So I felt like I did my part, and no one can look through that telescope at the sun. And until CERN opens back up, and until the SUNSPOT, interesting name of the observatory, till they open back up, my lips are sealed, guys, because if I tell you what I saw, well, then I'm going to be on that list. You know what I mean? My life is too precious. You know, I still got an ABC show to finish. I still got a season to finish. The animals need me, is what I'm saying, so I can't tell you what I saw. But just know that I'm not going to say anything. I might give you some hints, though. Let's just say Battlestar. That's all I'm going to say. Zip it. Loose lips sink ships, my grandpa always said. So do your own research, guys. Do your own research, okay? That's it. I just can't unsee it. Once you see it, you just can't unsee it. Oh, and just for those who aren't familiar with me and my sense of humor, I didn't see anything. If I did, I saw something and then they shot something through my eyes that triggered kind of like an MK Ultra blinding effect, which then I forgot everything. So maybe I did see something. But I just don't want you to end this video thinking that I've got the answers, because I still don't. Or do I?